Hi there, my Pisces Aries. Welcome into your reading. So today we're going to be talking about April. We are going to start by taking a look at your big theme for the month, and then we're going to get into your career, your love life, and we're going to finish up with some advice and some self-love coupons. So that is a little bit of an upgrade from the self-care dice. But if this reading doesn't resonate, or you just want a few extra more messages, definitely check out your individual signs. Those are going to be on the little cards over there, because it's in another channel, the Sunny Virgo Tarot, okay? So let's get started. And your main area of focus this month is marriage. Ooh, okay. So you could already, be in a marriage. You could already, you could be getting married, you could be engaged, or this could just be telling you that you could be meeting, or the person that you're connecting with could be very significant in a long run, okay? So it could be someone that you're connecting with right now that could lead to marriage, okay? But we'll see where that goes. We have bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. We also have not unsuccessful plans. We have dragon, beware of self-delusion. And we have cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. There's a feeling of something you think it's not going to work. It may actually work a lot better than you were expecting. And I just split the deck and I saw pineapple, reconciliation. So it could be that, there's this feeling of, reconciliation, right? It's like you thought that it was over. You thought that it wasn't going to lead anywhere. But it does appear that there could be like a rebirth of something. It doesn't really have to be a reconciliation in love, but it could be that, there's this dissatisfaction with the cracked cup, right? But it could be that you can still fix this cup. You can still kind of bring the pieces together because the pieces are not that small, right? So you can still create a very useful and beautiful cup if you work on it. So there could be a plan here, not a plan. I was reading unsuccessful plans. There could be something here that wasn't successful, but I feel like it was supposed to be that way while you were getting ready and while you were preparing other parts of you. So maybe there was a limiting belief before, an old habit that wasn't really helping you. And now that that is out of the way, you can actually focus on rebuilding this, okay? So let's check career to see what is going on here for April. All right. Ooh, okay, we have a lot of cards that want to come out for you. We have hunger. We also have here creation and growth with trust and acceptance. There is really this feeling of like, I don't know, with this trust and acceptance, there is like, I'm getting really drawn to the hands. There is this connection here that I do feel like it's between you and your guides. Like trust and accept that we are taking control of the situation. Accept things as they are right now because they are trying to teach you. So I feel like in your career this month, especially with Mercury going retrograde at the end of it, it is a very assessing time. And so, excuse me, what is happening to my voice? Maybe there is something that you need to, that you're not expressing, something that you could be afraid of telling even yourself, like, hey, this is what I want, this is how I feel, this is what I want to create in my life, this is what I want my dream life to be like, right? And I feel like there is something here that you do need to express, especially with the creation and the hunger. It's very fiery energy, very passionate, creative energy. So I feel like this month you're finding your voice. I feel like this month you're finding what you truly want, and I feel like you're finding a channel between you and your spirit guides that I feel like are going to help you connect with a better path in life. And I feel like once you do that and once you figure out, okay, this is my voice, this is what I want, this is what is authentic to me, this is the life that I want to create. Once you figure that out, your guides are going to start, sprinkling synchronicities and messages and signs and like directions, literal directions, like, hey, go this way. They're going to start telling you that. So I feel like there is a mix here of reshaping your career and perhaps like readjustments and really, first of all, assessing where you want to go. And I feel like you could start seeing some progress on that path. And I was going to say on that new path. So it could be that you're wanting to drive in a different direction. But I do feel like there is this feeling of before you want to change anything, you need to know where you are. Before you want to go in a different direction, you need to go where you're parting, right? Where you're starting the journey, right? You cannot go to Mexico if you don't know where you are right now. So I feel like what is important, first of all, more than anything, is accept where you are right now. What is happening right now? What is it trying to teach you? Okay? What is it trying to show you? What is it trying to create for you? Okay? I feel like that is relevant. All right? So let's pull here some tarot. Oh yeah, and we have the Hangman, which is literally the card of like reassessment and everything. And I do feel like there could be something that kind of needs to not necessarily come to an end. I feel like this is more of a mindset that may need to come to an end, because the Hangman is also about this alignment, you know, this mindset that is expanded. So what are you telling yourself right now about your career, about money, about anything? You know, I feel like you need to think about that. And also with the 10 of Wands, I always see that as burning yourself out and exhaustion and this feeling of perhaps even sometimes feeling lost. And I feel like you need to wonder, okay, again, where are you right now, right? Not only in terms of mindsets, but what do you do? Are you happy with what you're doing? Is this part of, like, look into 10 years from now, what does your dream life look like? What do you want it to be 10 years from now? And is this thing that you're doing right now part of it? I feel like that is something that you also need to ask yourself. But we do have 3 of Pentacles. What else do we have for my Pisces Aries here? We have the Knight of Swords. Alrighty. We have Death. Wow. And the 6 of Swords. I love this because it's like we have this assessing energy, right? And we even have the 4 of Swords. All right, let me heal, let me try and figure this out. And then we have Knight, we have the 6 of Swords, we have Death, which is all about like movement. This, the Knight of Swords, movement forward. Death, movement with transformation. And the 6 of Swords, movement forward with transformation to a calmer, more fulfilling place. That is where you're headed. But first, you need to figure this out, okay? It's almost like here you need to figure out, okay, who is the good guy, who is the bad guy? Do I want the blue pill? Do I want the red pill, right? I don't know if it is red and blue in the Matrix as well, but, you know, there's that feeling of what do you want to experience? You need to figure that out first. You cannot do anything unless you know where you are now, where you're going, and the rest you take one step at a time, right? But you kind of need to figure out, okay, what is my departure? What is my destination? We're going to figure out if we're going to go by plane or by bus or by boat. We're going to figure that out with the universe. The universe is going to send me a sign. It's going to send me an advertisement for a trip to, you know, you want to go to Mexico. Advertisement with full paid trip to Mexico. You know, the universe will give you signs. All right. So I feel like there is a big thing around reflect, and then get ready to go. Okay. So let's see here. What else do we have? We have family, submissive. I also feel like you need to relax. Like with this submissive, I'm really getting this thing of not necessarily waiting, but I almost get the feeling of like waiting for a sign from your guides. But there's a feeling of breathe. I feel like you could be in this place of, maybe that's also why the 4 of Swords is here. It's like you're always on the go, always doing, always creating, always da-da-da-da-da-da. You may need to sleep. Like, how many hours have you been sleeping a day? You know, what have you been eating? Have you been peeing? Dude, like, have you been eating, right? I feel like you need to slow down a little bit and breathe, okay? Maybe spend a little bit more time with family. They could inspire you even, all right? But I feel like there is this reassessment, and maybe that is one of the things that you kind of want more. 10 years from now, it's like having time for family. Okay, how can you create that? How can you create that right now? Maybe you should start prioritizing family, okay? And then you would say, oh, but that way I wouldn't have so much time to create the money that I want. Okay, so optimize your work schedule. Optimize, not necessarily work more, optimize it. Because sometimes we're doing meaningless tasks. Sometimes we're doing work that doesn't even help us, you know, especially for entrepreneurs, business owners and all that. But with other people, you know, that are employed, are you taking extra shifts? Maybe you can use that time to go towards something creative that you love, to start creating a side hustle, right? Optimize your time, but make sure that, you know, your friends, your family, the part of your life that is not career, that is also a priority for you, okay? because that also is part of happiness and is part of your success. It's not only about the money that you make and everything, okay? But let's get here into your love portion. We have over here lack of control issues. We have codependency, getting to know each other, make the effort. There's the feeling of like someone is suddenly obsessed with you. Suddenly, maybe not obsessed, but like really wanting to put in the effort. It's like out of the blue, this person is super committed and super like, yeah, this is what I want. And I feel like it could catch you a little bit off guard. And we were talking about that reconciliation, right? I do not get a single card that represents that here, to be honest. So it doesn't have to be. But it doesn't even have to be a reconciliation in terms of an ex, right? It could just be someone that things weren't really looking good and this person wasn't really putting in any effort or anything like that. And there's almost this feeling of like the second you detach a little bit and, you know, let go of control and you allow your guides you trust your guides, right? You ask them for signs and synchronicities and for all that. The second you kind of let go, you're just like, okay, we're getting to know each other, you know, we're just gonna go with the flow. If you're a single has to bring you not talking to anyone, it's like, I know my person is gonna come in, I know my person is going to show up eventually. It's almost like once you do that, your guides start bombarding you with messages. A bunch of people start DMing you or something like that, you know? There is this feeling of you really becoming aligned with something more. Oh, we just saw the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, a lot of good luck here. But let's see where we go with this, with the tarot. It does appear like things are evolving in a very nice way. But with the Strength here in Chariot, it's almost like someone was holding back their feelings like a whole lot. And all of a sudden, boom, okay, I'm ready to go, you know, even with the Emperor here. Oh, look at that, Emperor and Empress. Wow. So yeah, we were talking about marriage. I really feel like this person is your true match. If you are already in that marriage, it could be that things were a bit stagnant between the two. And I feel like your partner is like, now they're like, all right, let's go on a date. Let's do this. Let's do that. You know, it's like they start moving forward really, really fast. And maybe that's also a message for you, you know. If you have been a bit more distant from your partner, why can't I speak? If you have been a bit more distant from your partner, or not communicating so effectively, maybe you have been holding back feelings or holding back stuff that you want to say, maybe now is the time to do that, okay? But let's see here, we have, yeah, I do feel like you could be going on a date though. 3 Cups, we have the Page of Pentacles, and not to ruin the surprise to anyone, but if you have been dating someone for some time now, you know, you have been official for some time now, and there has been like, I feel like you could start seeing a little hint of this person, your person, kind of start talking about marriage. Not necessarily, I kind of feel like, I mean, with the 3 Cups and the Page of Pentacles, it kind of looks like an engagement party or, you know, someone proposing to you, but I do feel like at the very least there could be like some hints being put out there. That is for sure, because we even have here again the Emperor and the Empress bottom of the deck. So there is this strong feeling of like you two becoming truly aligned with each other, and it's almost like you're becoming one, right? Half bear, half human. There is this strong feeling of like you're becoming one. Maybe you're even creating a family, especially with the Page. For those of you already married, that could be something that you could start discussing, for example. And maybe that's something, with that thing of the communication, maybe that's something that you want to express, that's something that you desire. And maybe instead of holding that back, maybe expressing it and putting that desire out could actually help speed things up and help the two of you connect, okay? Because I feel like there is almost like this barrier that you two need to cross. It's like one of you doesn't really, and especially if this is like you're just friends, you're just like getting to know each other, and things kind of want to move to the next level. It's like you're both holding back, and things are not moving because neither of you kind of wants to put the intention out there, you know? But let's see here. What else do we have? And we literally have here loyalty, marriage, commitment, only you. So there you go. But we have body, and we also have children. So again, there's that confirmation, like for some of you, you're starting to talk about children or you're literally getting pregnant. But I do get this feel like with the children, it's giving me the feeling of new beginnings. So I do feel like there's something that is being cooked up. I feel like it is behind the scenes. So like I said, that the, for example, the engagement, the proposal may not happen like this month. I feel like it's starting to be cooked up. And I feel like there is, at the very least, like especially with fun, innocence in the children, and this like body, I feel like there is this feeling of like you going on dates, you connecting a little bit more deeply, and I feel like that is really going to take the relationship forward. And I feel like before, it's this ice cube, right? And I feel like the way for you to, especially if this is someone that you have been dealing and they are the ones that are a bit hold back, I feel like you should detach your energy as well. It's not in a like manipulative, like, oh, if I do this, they're gonna flip the world and they're gonna start chasing me. It's not about that. If you're not getting what you deserve, walk away. Like, pull your energy back until the person is able to give you what you deserve and what you were giving them, right? It's just a matter of self-respect. But I do get the sense of like, don't forget about yourself as well, because you deserve to get that love from yourself. So have you been treating yourself nicely? Have you been being that person to yourself? Okay, I feel like all of those are important questions for you to ask. Again, a lot of like introspection and trying to reflect on life and seeing where you want to go next. But I definitely feel like there are a lot of dates going on here, possibly with multiple people if you are single. But I definitely feel like there is someone that I feel like it's going to like full 180, and they could start chasing you. But you do need to take care of yourself, okay? So let's pull here some overall advice for you. And then we're going to get into those self-love coupons, which are things that you can do alone, with family, with friends, with this little buddy over there. And those are things that would eventually, help you, make you feel a bit more enlightened and happier and a little bit more loose, okay? So we have over here Dragon, Guides Gateway, access Earth's inner wisdom. We have Giraffe, the bigger picture, take a step back, gather your thoughts and feelings, which is essentially everything that we've been talking about, especially with the dragon. There's this strong sense of like symbols, right? Of synchronicities. I really feel like the universe is going to show you a lot of signs. And we have Otter, initiations be open through this transitional time. So it's really that thing of figure out what you want, and the steps to take, those are going to show up for you. Okay? Those are going to show up through ideas. They are going to show up through, through dreams, through, talking to family. They inspire you to do something. And I feel like that is going to show you a lot. Even sometimes, like, you're just journaling and, you just get that glimpse of, oh, wait, this is what I have to do, So try to indulge in all of those things and try to pay attention, okay? So let's get here into your little self-love coupons. Alrighty, so we have learn a new TikTok dance. You may need to get loose, and again, to relax a little bit. We also have shopping spree. We have paint night, bow ride. We have house bedroom makeover, open when letters, and spa day. So the open when letters, you may have seen those, especially among couples, where and especially among long distance couples, where it's like they write letters like, open when you're feeling sad, open when you miss me. Write those to yourself, okay? Open when you're feeling exhausted. Open when you're feeling like giving up on your dream. Open when you're excited and you've just accomplished something. Write those letters to yourself. I haven't done that yet, but I'm really excited. I really want to do that. And then, just put them on envelopes, close them up, and then open them when you're feeling that way, okay? And yeah, I think the other ones are pretty clear. So this is what I have for you, Pisces Aries. I hope it resonated. I hope it helped. If it did, don't forget to smash the like button for me and to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. And if you want to support me any further, you can check out my pick a cards at the Bird's Nest Tarot, or you can get a private reading with me. The link is going to be down below, as well as my Patreon, where you have self-care content and twin flame readings. Okay, so with that being said, I love you very much. I wish you the best, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.